Competition Day. And I hope all students here, all teams, today do not befriend other teams. Go against them. Just kidding. So, first of all, we would like to acknowledge the different special individuals that helped with this event. We would like to acknowledge the President and CEO of JA Worldwide, Ashish Advani, the Representative, President and CEO of JA Africa, Simi Nogugu, Christophe Sengiaremye, the Director, the General of Education Sector Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation, members of the Diplomatic Corps, representatives of the Embassy of Brazzaville, members of the JA Africa Board, member nation board chairs and members, executive directors, program managers, teachers, chaperones, staff, friends of JA, and all students here.
We would also like to acknowledge our online viewers, part of which we have our founders, board members of JA Africa, board members of JA Africa members nations, CEO and JA Africa Worldwide, executive directors, program managers, and teachers and everybody else. I actually just repeated what you said. Our viewers, we acknowledge you. Thank you for being with us. You're not here present, but the support is meaningful.
And also, without the support of the sponsors, we wouldn't be here, so we'd like to thank them as well. We thank the headline sponsors, FedEx, City Foundation, Project Management Institute Educational Foundation, in short, PMIEF.
We also would like to thank our platinum sponsors, who are Johnson & Johnson and Delta Airlines.
For the gold sponsors, we have NASCON Allied Industries and MTN.
We have also our hydration partner, Jibu, keeping us hydrated. There's a lot of talking and convincing that will be done today. We do need to stay hydrated. We also thankful to our media partners, Teledis Group. Thank you for being part of this. Today is going to be a long one. It's going to be a tough one. Don't be tense. I think the adults in the room need to help the young ones feel comfortable. You guys are ready. You've been prepping. You know exactly what you're bringing to the table. I think you are going to have the tough job to decide who did better than who, but they're all doing their best. They're representing their nation, for crying out loud, so they're already winners. So we are going to start our ceremony, but we cannot start without a welcome remark. Are you going to welcome our guests, welcome everybody today?
So I would like all your support to please put your hands together for Emery Rubajengwa as he comes to give the opening remarks.
No. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning, youngsters. Oh, come on. Where is the energy? I cannot feel the energy. Good morning. Good morning. So I want you to stand up, youngsters. Just stand up. Stand up. Yeah? So we want to acknowledge you. We want to congratulate you for being here, because if you are here, it's because you are leaders, right? You are future leaders of this continent. You are going to make things happen on this continent, right? Thanks to JA, thanks to this leadership and entrepreneurship course and competition that is enabling you in, a bright future, okay? Can we clap for JA? I want to feel a little bit of energy. Can we dance? Show us that you have energy. Don't be intimidated by adults here, okay? You have the show. It's your show. Okay? We are here just to witness you. We are here to feel you, to feel how brilliant you are. Okay? We trust you. Every single team is a great team. We will have a winner, yes, but all of you are winners, okay? So thank you, welcome. We are going to please have a seat. We're going to have a great time. Thank you, judges. Thank you, Ashish. Thank you, Simi. Thanks to everyone here in the room. The show begins.
Thank you, Monsieur Emery. Another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. My, oh my, the room is already tense and we haven't started. Wow. Let's relax. We are going to start by telling you in which order our teams are going to pitch, and then we're going to introduce you to our amazing judges for the day, as I wait for Akazuba to join me.
And for those online viewers or those who also want to watch the broadcast of the event, there are different medias. On LinkedIn and Facebook, we have Junior Achievement. Twitter, we have JA Africa. Instagram is also JA Africa. And the official hashtag is hashtag Africa COY 23. So as we are about to begin the stage pitches for the different teams, we would like to announce the order of the presentation. So countries, please focus and remember your order. So first up is Ghana, followed by Zimbabwe. Next is Nigeria, Zambia, Uganda, South Africa, Mauritius, Rwanda, Eswatini, and Cote d'Ivoire.
As we go in that order, we will also like to introduce you to our prestige judges for the day. We have them in different categories, so I'm going to allow Kazuba to start with the first category, and we'll introduce them as we are going to be working with today. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm addressing you, the young ones. Pay attention so you know who to impress. All right, so we are going to start by introducing the Finalist Award judges. These judges are going to be responsible for selecting the grand prize, second and third place winners. We are starting by Camille Blair, Senior HR Associate, Team Lead of Capital One, US. She's serving as a head judge for this year for the 4th time in a row. So let's give a round of applause to Blair. Our second judge is going to be James Larson. He's the Director of International Sales in Boeing. Welcome, James. We have Janet Thiongo, Africa Marketing Technology Director in Oracle, Kenya. She serves as a Vice Chair at the JA Africa Board. We have Snowy Malangu, the Head of Talent, Learning and Inclusion, Marsh India, Middle East, Middle East, Africa, and South Africa. We have Farasanti Fash Damilola, Chief Career Catalyst at Precol Academy and the JA Rwanda Steering Committee member. We have Noret Turichumi, Lead of Gender and Youth Engagement at MasterCard Foundation in Rwanda. We have Brenda Kuzuzo, Communications and Marketing Officer at Jibu Rwanda. We also have Wanjiku Munyaka, Partner Development Manager at Microsoft Tech for Social Impact, CELA TSI Commercial Partners in Kenya. And now we move on to our Signature Award judges.
For the Signature Award judges, I would like to say this beforehand. As we call upon the different judges, please give them a big round of applause for being here. First up is FedEx Global Possibilities Award, which is will be given by Dewald Harting, Senior Operations Manager at FedEx in South Africa. Ruth Kabogo, Regional Sales Manager in Kenya and FedEx Express. For the City Foundation Client Focus Award will be judged by our finalist judges. For the PMIEF Best Application of Project Management Award, it will be given by Tim Swain, Grant Specialist with Project Management Institute Educational Foundation. Kara Neal serves as the Chief Education, Training and Research Officer at King Faisal Hospital, Rwanda, and Board Director for PMIEF.
And finally, we have our branded award judges. We have Johnson & Johnson Innovation Award, which will be judged by Audrine Iradukunda, Entrepreneurial Leaders Action Lab Program Lead and Africa Leadership University. We also have Stephen Kahn, who's Entrepreneurial Leaders Action Lab Program Faculty, African Leadership University. Secondly, we have Delta Airlines Social Impact Award that will be judged by Jane Mwangi, who's the GSA General Manager, East Africa Delta Airlines. The third one is going to be MTN Future Tech Awards. I believe our judge is going to be Alain. I've seen him, he's right outside, he's going to come back in. He's the judge sitting at the far end. And now we are going to actually invite our head judge, Ms. Camille, to come forward and say more about the other judges and tell us how the day is going to go. Guys, don't worry. We're making it sound so official, but you guys it's a piece of cake. You've got this in the pocket. Relax.
Good morning. You know I love energy, right? Good morning. Yes, I'm super excited and grateful to be in Rwanda and Kigali. I'm happy to see all the youth and their wonderful, beautiful faces and our esteemed judges that are sitting here. So today, as we get ready to kick off our stage pitch competition, once the stage pitch competition wraps up, we're gonna head to the trade fair. Initially, the first hour is dedicated to our judges, finalist judges. Then it's going to be open to the public. At that point, the judges will come back into this room, and it will ask for those students to make sure that they're prepped and ready to present as we're going to be going into boardroom interviews. After that, we are going to have a series of breaks in between, so we just say sit back, relax, and enjoy the day. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna go really quickly. But most importantly, you know what I said, young people, last night? Have what? Fun. Have what? Fun. Have fun. Most importantly, have fun. You are all our winners. You've worked super hard to get to this point, and you're representing your country in an amazing way. Thank you, and have a great day.
Thank you so much, Camille. We are ready. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
No. That doesn't sound like ready. Even me, the old one, I'm not. Don't say that when I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Good. There's no competition without the rules and regulations. So here they go. Are you ready? Each team has 5 minutes to pitch. We all have 5 minutes to pitch and another 5 minutes to take a Q&A, questions and answers. Judges, we all each get a question if we have time for everybody to go. For our French-speaking teams, we are going to give you an extra 5 minutes for the translations, so use it well. On est tous prêts? Vous êtes prêts? Non, attendez, je sais qu'il y a des francophones dans la salle quand même. Vous êtes prêts? Oui! Ouais! Ok, d'accord, c'est ça les règlements. Hein? On a tous 5 minutes pour présenter. On va nous donner aussi 5 minutes pour qu'on nous pose des questions et qu'on réponde. Pour les équipes qui parlent français, on nous ajoute 5 minutes de plus pour le translation, tu vois. Quand tu vis dans un pays où on parle français et anglais à la fois, ça se mélange. Mais vous comprenez ce que je veux dire quand même. Merci ma chérie. Vous êtes prêts à commencer? D'accord. So let me call our first team. Ghana, I hope you're ready. So bring it to the table. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Ghana team. Another round of applause for Ghana. We cannot start off our day that slow.
Good day, everyone. It's 6:30 p.m. in Ebri on a cold December evening. The most scarce commodity is a sweater. Everyone is quivering. The bowl of soup Abby got from the dining hall is already freezing, and there's no place to heat it. She's starving. Sadly, she has no choice but to drink it. Dawn of the next morning, she finds herself awakened by a stomach ache, and now she has to miss class the whole day. Several studies that investigate the effect of food temperature on digestion show that consuming cold food increases the potential of gut-related discomfort, like constipation and diarrhea. Even if the food is thrown away, it exposes deadly methane gas, worsening our Earth's warming. Yet, despite the health, economic, and environmental impacts of cold food, no pragmatic solution exists. Now introducing the PELB, the Portable Electronic Lunch Bag, the innovative lunch bag designed to warm your food wherever you go. Simply charge the bag, put your cold food in it, and in just minutes, your food is perfectly ready to enjoy. The problem with traditional lunch bags is that they can only maintain the temperature of your food. So if the food is already cold, they become completely useless. Now let's think of the PELB as a normal or mini microwave on the go, giving you the rare ability to heat your food even without electricity.
Now let's see how it works. The PELB is engineered with versatility in mind, offering multiple power sources, including a rechargeable battery, solar panel, and a dynamo. The innovative design incorporates integrated heating elements and inbuilt LEDs, transforming electrical energy into heat energy. Advanced materials provide insulation, retaining heat efficiently, while an airtight zipper ensures no energy is wasted. Safety is paramount to the PELB's design. It has a regulator and a thermostat to prevent overheating by automatically disconnecting the power. Additionally, sensors and indicators display the temperature and battery levels, ensuring that they are always in control.
Market Research Future reports that the global food container market is anticipated to grow to $410.51 billion by 2030, and the PELB is positioned right at the intersection of this growth trajectory. Our target market includes busy professionals, students, outdoor enthusiasts, and everyone who values the convenience of a hot meal on the go. Our target market includes busy professionals, students, and everyone who values the convenience of a hot meal on the go. Our product, multifunctional design, aligns perfectly with Africa's young population, offering practical solutions for millions of students and professionals alike.
Since initiation, we have produced 12 PELBs, sold 7 of them, and currently have 5 for exhibition at this competition. We have expanded our market through e-commerce platforms, locally with Gigi and globally with Alibaba and eBay. Our unit economics are promising. It costs $11.52 to produce 1 unit of PELB, $2.42 to acquire new customers, and we sell our product for $16.96. A gross margin of 25% is attained from selling 1 unit of PELB, and we will break even at 25%, a gross source in the near future.
Now here's how we are moving from selling 7 units of PELB to 1,000. First, we'll focus on forming exclusive partnerships with high schools throughout Ghana, securing our product as a mandatory prospectus item for all students. We'll engage key social media influencers in the health and lifestyle sectors, leveraging their reach and credibility to demonstrate the PELB's unique benefits. Lastly, we'll focus on expansion through strategic retail collaborations. And our goal will be to get the PELB to every mall, shopping center, and retail outlets in Ghana. From here, we'll look into mass production through OEM collaborations with manufacturers in China, distribution channel expansion with partners like FedEx, and partnering with our sister schools here to reach their schools and country markets.
Our key competitors in the market primarily focus on conventional insulation methods that maintain the temperature of foods, and those can range from $5 to $9. But we see the PELB as an alternative to microwaves, which actually cost about $80. This creates an entirely new market category, sitting between traditional lunch bags and microwaves that are yet to be tapped, a cheaper portable microwave replacement. Winning the competition will enable us to secure patents for our unique heating technology in the PELB, ensuring our innovation remains exclusive to our brand. The exclusive partnership we are securing with high schools and retail outlets means we can build defensibility against our competitors.
Our business is driven by a deep-seated mission for social impact. We plan to invest 24.8% of our net profit after tax towards no poverty campaigns, education, and health. In the wake of the Akosombo disaster, we are committed to a long-term support for affected community, providing not just immediate relief with PELB donation, but voluntary and fundraising support for displaced inhabitants. My name is Albert Afiti, and I'm the CEO of this dynamic team.
I am Elia Jakon, responsible for the PELB design and functionality.
I'm Obeng Penelnisi, and my role has been to turn our product's vision into an operational reality.
And I'm Aram Jakuma. It has been my task to understand our market, identify opportunities, and drive sales. As you can see, our team's strength lie in the diverse expertise and unified vision. We believe in the PELB not because of what it is, but because of the teamwork and passion that went into creating it. In this room, we see potential champions for a warmer meal experience, for many like Abby. With PELB, we're not just changing meals, we're warming hearts, one lunch at a time.
Murakoze.
Wow, wow, wow.
Okay.
So now, let's take the questions from the judges to the team.
Testing. Okay. Well, great job. Great job, Team Ghana. I can start with our first question, and it is, can you share any customer feedback or testimonials you have received? Customer feedback or testimonials that you have received. Can you share?
Sure. Our PELB had gone through a lot of initial iterations, like for firmness especially. It moved from using bamboo straps to plywood and then finally fabricated plastics. And all these were due to customer feedback. Mostly, after producing a product, we give it to, or we ask for the comments of our customers so that we know if it is best and able to sell out to others. So through that, we've been able to move the PELB from setting old mechanisms to how it has gotten now.
Awesome, thank you.
Welcome.
Hello. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Great presentation and thank you very much.
Thank you.
So my question to you is, when your product is compared to microwave, really, that's and how you heat on the run, for example. My question to you is, what is the distinctive differentiator between what you offer and what we already have?
All right, so our product is sitting right between the microwaves and the ordinary lunch bags. So comparing to the microwaves, you see microwaves can cook food as well as heat them. But our product, the idea behind our product is not to cook food, but rather to warm the food. But what makes our product unique from the microwaves is that it is portable. Nobody can carry their microwaves to work. Yeah. But with the ordinary lunch bags, theirs is just to maintain the temperature of the food. But ours can warm your food as well. Yeah, thank you.
Wherever you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Well done on your presentation first.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My question is around the battery in your portable lunch. What is the lifespan?
Repeat the question, please.
What is the lifespan of your battery? And how do you plan on disposing of the batteries once the lifespan has elapsed?
All right, so when you heed to our precautions, the precautions that come with the bag, your battery can last for as much as 5 years. But when our battery dies off completely, we plan to recycle them, of which we are working on how we do that.
And also, when they're done with, or they exceed their lifespan, when they are done, when the battery is dead, we're going to use them we're going to sell them to people who make these Ghanaian or artworks, so they can use them to transform into something nice. Nice.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
If there are no other questions, thank you, Team Ghana.
Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Can you please give another big round of applause for Ghana? So up next, we have Team Zimbabwe. So as they come on stage, please give them a big round of applause as well.
Crisis is the mother of all invention. We are MyTech, and I am the CEO, Anis Ruzive. With me, I have the production director, Prosper, the finance director, Tapiwa, and the human resources director, Prince.
Growing up, my brother Tadiwa had a passion for sciences and engineering. At the age of 13, he was transferred to a rural school where they had inadequate science equipment, resulting in his dreams being shattered. Right now, he is a fruit vendor in the streets of Masvingo.
After 160 hours of needs assessment in the educational sector, covering more than 24 secondary schools and targeting 400 students, we discovered that 76% of these schools do not have science laboratories, hence cannot offer comprehensive STEM education. In Zimbabwe, the student-to-teacher ratio is 1:40, and the student-to-apparatus ratio is 1:25. Other problems noted are socio-economic status, location, disability, and digital divide. Thus, breaking these barriers, we created MyLab, an application where learners can carry out science experiments offline on their mobile devices. We used the project charter to initiate our project, and this really helped us to pave purpose and direction for our company.
With this being said, we therefore used experiential learning and human-centered design approaches to ideate, innovate, prototype, and launch our product. We tested and retested our product, making sure that the voices of our customers and their views were taken into consideration. After receiving the feedback from their customers, we therefore coded an application that offers a diverse range of physics, biology, and chemistry in the ZIMSEC and the IGCSE curriculum. Our application also offers an interaction hub, edutainment material and ebooks, as well as a career guidance platform with 3D mock interviews and a driving and an aviation simulation. We as the production department, we were finding it difficult to manage between our social life studies as well as the creation of the application. So we referred to the PMI EF student manual, which helped us to create our project schedule. This helped us to allocate tasks to each and every member in our group, as well as to measure our production lead times effectively.
After thorough market research, a segmentation and differentiation strategy was developed. A psychographic, demographic, behavioral, and geographic traits analysis was carried out. We made use of the Blue Ocean strategy to create a relatively uncontested product and the 7 Ps to create a marketing strategy that targeted young people between 13 to 35 years of age. We advertised our product on social media and by word of mouth using brochures, flyers, and business cards. Finally, we made use of the risk register that allowed us to identify problems such as power outages and delays from service providers such as Google on uploading MyLab on Play Store.
Our company consists of 10 employees, 32 shareholders, and a board of 5 directors governed by company bylaws. We give special incentive awards to our company employees at the end of each month to make sure that they are highly motivated. We capitalized on the use of the responsibility assignment matrix, which assigned all the duties in the company evenly. Ladies and gentlemen, a company that does not consider its environment and community is not worth it. So for our CSR, we carried out a breast cancer awareness campaign and an SRHR awareness campaign. In addition to that, we donated groceries to 10 underprivileged families in our society.
The essence of a business is to gain a profit, ladies and gentlemen. We started by issuing 32 shares, with each share going for $5, giving us a total authorized share capital of $160. Besides MyLab, we also developed My Attendance that we sold to our school for $400. 90 biometric cards were developed, and each card was going for $2, giving us an additional income of $180. 200 units of MyLab application were sold, and each application was going for $6, giving us a total revenue of $2,280. Our total expenses amounted to $1,030, giving us a total net profit of $1,250.
With this, we say, MyTech,
education is our heritage.
Great job, Zimbabwe. Question: how do you plan to acquire and retain new customers?
Well, the beauty of MyLab is that it expires just as WhatsApp. At the end of 3 months, the application needs another license. Therefore, you have to come to us, and we keep records of those who have come to us for more than a long time. Therefore, there'll be discounts each and every time you come back.
And also, in addition to that, to keep a good relationship with our customers and to gain other customers, we advertise regularly on platforms such as WhatsApp, social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook. Hence, we make new customers each and every day.
Thank you.
Hello? Okay, great. Thank you. Great presentation. 2 questions, and I'm sorry to be selfish to ask 2. But first question is, with respect to the science experiments, can you talk a little bit more about how that works? Is it a preset experiment that is loaded and you get to benefit from, or do you get to run anything that you want? How does that work? The second question I had is, I noted in your report that you sold biometric cards, and that was $180 worth of revenue. Why did you go down the path of the science experiment app instead of focusing on the cards?
Okay, so the first question. Well, our application is more of like a virtual reality platform whereby we allow children to carry out their experiment, as we alluded in our speech, whereby we add experiential learning. It gives active experimentation, reflective observation, and abstract conceptualization, as well as concrete experience as you carry out your experiment on our platform. So when you carry out the experiment, you'll be given results as if you are in the actual laboratory, while you're on your mobile device. And it also works offline, making sure that there is no need for you to have data to use our application wherever you are, be it remote. As long as you have your mobile device, you can carry out any experiment without any difficulties. Thank you.
In addition to what you have just said, the experiments are not fixed. It gives you an ideology so that you can read. So you learn new experiments and do it on MyLab. Thank you for the second question. I think it was about the 90 biometric cards that we developed. This was a side hustle product that we had already started. Between the year, we were looking for a product, and this came to MyLab and even My Attendance. So My Attendance was already developed, so we just made it as a side hustle. Therefore, we focused on MyLab. Therefore, it was because it was breaking more barriers than My Attendance.
Yes, and also in addition, My Attendance in the biometric cards, as he said, they were side hustle. So there were a list of the other projects we had put into consideration so that we choose our main jackpot project. So we used the cost-benefit analysis, and that's when we came to the bottom line that MyLab was the perfect. So My Attendance, we are not dealing with it.
Thank you, Team Zimbabwe. Question from me is around the testing of the product. Who did you test it with, and what was their feedback?
Okay. For the testing of the product, we first linked to our Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education using their ZimSec syllabus. We used the teachers that we had at our learning institution, and even those outside that we made at the national competitions and even provincial competitions. We used the IGSE syllabus so that we could link our notes, our results, so that they could be correct. And also, the My Attendance Chat GPT helps you to link with teachers around the globe, therefore making that the results are very correct.
Yes, I have one question for you. Thank you for the good presentation. So considering that MyLab is an online platform, so tell us, how do you have a usage training plan? Like if a person is using for the first time, considering that the students are used to physical labs with always have instructors. So do you have a plan for the usage of the platform, or how do the students know how exactly to learn and use it efficiently?
Okay, thank you for the question. So this is how our application works, right? It is an offline mobile application. So it comes with a feature for a user guide. So when you just tap into the launcher icon, you are therefore teleported into our simulation world. Then at the settings, you will find the user guide, and you will use that to guide you through the operations of MyLab.
Very well done on the presentation. Just a quick one on, does this product or idea go beyond your country? Like, are you able to serve other countries around your own country?
Thank you for the question. So our application caters for all the countries, like, for example, students in countries where there are wars, they don't go to school. So if they use our application, they can therefore attend their lessons while they are at the comfort zone of their homes. So it caters for other countries besides Zimbabwe.
Well, as for another added feature that we have a language section whereby there is a preset of languages which you can use. For example, if you're not familiar with English, we have French, Swedish, and we have Turkish. We have many languages that our application comes with. So this allows the user to use the language that they are used to. As well, it provides a lab report showing you the list of the things you have done, which helps you to narrow down whereby you made a mistake in your experiment in case if there's any explosion or the results do not show as you want them to show.
Thank you, Zimbabwe. Let's give a round of applause to Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for your time. My, oh my, we're off to a good start. We started with portable lunch boxes with heating properties. Now we've gone to apps that can work with or without internet, and also can work in whichever language you speak. That is incredible. They're setting the bar high, guys, so I hope the next team to come in is going to do much better. Let's put our hands together for Nigeria as they walk to the stage. A reminder that each team has 5 minutes to do the presentation, another 5 minutes for the questions. Only the French-speaking teams are going to get an extra 5 minutes, so let's use our minutes wisely.
2 years ago, my CEO lost his cousin, a boy of 7, as a result of lung cancer. How come a young boy of this age had lung cancer? The doctor said it was due to kitchen air pollution. But apart from this, there are many children in the world who are exposed to dangers like this. We need to eradicate this problem.
Yes, we need to eradicate this problem. That is why we're a member of Sustainable Future Advocates Company. I had to give you the solution to this problem. I am Ilori Mosi, CEO of Sustainable Future Advocates Company. Here with me are
Mauritius, the sales and marketing manager.
Bello Fauzia, the financial manager.
Carrie Bodno, managing director.
SFAC stands for Sustainable Future Advocates Company. Our vision is building a circular economy and realizing a recycle-oriented society. Our mission is to reduce waste and recycle everywhere possible to achieve a sustainable environment. We have 33 members and 7 directors. To support the story told by my sales and marketing manager in the beginning. Research carried out by World Health Organization, cited in Cable February 12, 2022, found out that in year 2016, 76,505 children and 218,000 adults died as a result of kitchen air pollution in Nigeria. Oh, what a sad occurrence. World Health Organization reported in Cielo Journal, December 21, 2022, that 80% of our African countries rely on unclean fuel for their cooking, which results in health issues like lung cancer and pneumonia. That is why our company created an eco-friendly briquette to eradicate this problem. As a company aiming to achieve zero waste, we came up with a solution to eradicate plastic pollution because, according to BIBAO, July 17, 2020, 91% of our plastic are not recycled, and they are dumped into the landfill, ocean, and waterways, which causes flood, death of our wildlife, and spread of bacteria. We can see the havoc we are causing by dumping plastic everywhere. In view of this, our company created broom, shoe, laundry rope, and shopping bag for waste plastic bottles.
Our briquettes are made from waste plantain peels. The plantain peels are got from the market and plantain sellers, after which they are dried, grounded, and molded to different shapes. We applied project management principle, and during the initiation phase, project charters and stockholders register were created. Cost-benefit analysis were used to select the product that are going to be created. Responsibility assignments matrix were used to assign tasks. Each team members did the planning phase. Our key performance indicator shows that we're advancing and good to go.
How is our product unique? Our briquette is durable and affordable compared to gas, kerosene, and charcoal. Take it for example, an average family that cooks 3 times daily can use 1 kilogram of our briquette, which costs $1.26 and 40 pieces inside for 3 days. While gas, which costs $1.52, the family can use it for just 1 day. 1 kilogram of charcoal costs $2.52, and the family can use it for a day. While 1 liter of kerosene costs $1.89, and the family can use it for just 1 day. You can now see that our briquette is durable and affordable, and is a source of clean fuel as it does not emit smoke to the environment. Also, our product has contributed to economic growth of the country. It has contributed to environmental sustainability, and it has helped to reduce health risks of disease and infection.
Challenges were during our production. Fear whether the briquette will be efficient in cooking, but when our customer bought
bought the briquette and used, they were satisfied. Using hand to cut the bottle, which made our production slow initially, but later overcame when we created our manual shredding machine. Lack of sunlight to dry the briquette because of the rainy season, which made us to spend money on using dryer to dry the briquette.
Above all, the production of this product have been in line and be able to contribute to the Sustainable Development Goals, and they are SDG 1, 3, 6, 7, 12, 13, and 17.
We did market research in order to collect and analyze information on our target audience, current customers, and the price to sell our goods. We advertise our product through website, Instagram, and other social media platforms. Our sales activities include building cordial customer relationship using spin selling mechanism, using price penetration strategy, which helps to boost our customer service, income from the briquettes. We sold a total of 141 kilograms of briquettes, which amounted to $178.36. The cost of producing these briquettes is $55.03, and the profit from the briquettes is $123.33. So our CSR activities include conducting free training for students on how to recycle waste to useful products, which in turn boosts their innovative and creativity skill to produce their own product which they use to make income. During the training, free notebooks were given to the students.
Our revenue is over $300, our cost of sales is over $100, and our profit is about $200. Tax is tax on a yearly basis. Our company is not here, which is why we're not paying tax. We got our capital from fundraising and the sales of our shares. Our company was to break even at the rate of about $200 in August 2023. All our profits were invested back into the company, those fully capitalized.
Our partners include Fidelity Bank PLC, Lagos State Waste Management Authority Nigeria, Lagos State Ministry of Education Nigeria, Plantain Farms and Vendors, and other neighboring schools.
We plan to scale up our business by projecting a growth of 25% every year for our revenue, by expanding our market section all over the world, introducing artificial intelligence and chatbot for better customer services, introducing a new product called biogas.
We use this medium to thank Junior Achievement Nigeria and Africa for allowing us to take part in this great program.
Spark is meant for recycling. Where others see waste, we see opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you, Team Nigeria. Question. What are some of the challenges that you faced when deciding on which product to go with?
Thank you, Ma, for the question. The challenges we faced when deciding on the product to produce, initially we had 6 products in mind to produce, but using cost-benefit analysis, we eradicated one of the products because we were not able to get the raw materials efficiently, and the transportation was a problem for that product, so we eradicated it from our creation of our product. So the products we created, they have more benefits than their costs. That was why we embarked on the product using project management principle.
Excellent, thank you.
Good morning and well done with your presentation.
Thank you.
I have a quick question. With regards to, this is such an important conversation, right? My question to you is, how do you think we can educate our communities to start recycling and make sure that we think about our future?
Okay. We educated the people using different Nigerian languages on what to recycle and what not to recycle. We gave them flyers. So with this flyer, they are able to know what they can recycle and what cannot be recycled. And we also plan to partner with Lagos State. Since we are partnering with Lagos State Ministry of Education, we plan to tell them if there's a way they can tell the people or put it as a law so that every family will set aside a recycle bin apart from the normal bin they have.
In addition to that, how we tend to educate people on sustainable waste management practices is to go to schools, community, and mass gathering to educate them on sustainable practices, because our company is Sustainable Future Advocates. We advocate to people about the future generation to keep resources for them so that they will be able to meet the natural resources we have now and to conserve it. That is why we have in our vision circular economy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was a nice presentation. I have two questions. The first one, what's your future plan in terms of productions? And the second one is, what are you planning to do to make people change their minds into, instead of using charcoals, they use your products? Exactly.
Okay, for the second question, how we plan to convince people to use our products instead of charcoal? At the first instance, we faced that challenge, but what we did was, the first products we made it at the size of cookies, which we gave them to test it. Then after they have used this, they gave us feedback on how it works. And with that, we were able to know that the briquette is solving the actual problem that we stated, as they were able to confirm that it does not emit smoke and it is cheaper. Thank you.
Ma, for your second project, you talked about how we tend to continue our production. And with the aid of our training, we have our junior ones who will continue the company, even if we leave the school. And the training is not for only our school. We have other neighboring schools and the community generally that we train to create their own products. So we can employ from them and bring them into our company. Thank you.
Yeah, this obviously caught my attention because of the sustainability aspect, and just because, you know, we need to conserve our environment and make sure that we're doing as much as we can for the future generation. So my question is on, like, when I was reading your document and you're talking about, you know, getting the plantain peels from the market, and you're saying that is probably in your locality, how do you make sure that a school or a community far from where you are right now are able to adopt the same principle?
Thank you, Ma, for the question. For the communities far away from us to adopt to these practices, we have our representatives in allocated locations to educate them first. And for the waste plantain peels and bottles, we have transportation, but we don't pay for it because it is free. We got it through our teacher. So we have transportation that brings in the materials down to our school.
Thank you, Nigeria. Let's give a round of applause to Nigeria, ladies and gentlemen. That was quite an amazing presentation. I would like to give a quick reminder. We have our timer on the screen in the corner, so let's make sure both our panel and our teams keep an eye on the clock. And as we ask them questions, panelists go straight to the point, so we give them enough time to answer the questions clearly. Thank you.
But before Nigeria settles down, I just wanted to ask one very good question. Why is your name Sustainable Future Advocates? Why can't you be advocates in the present? You can be advocates now, today. Just kidding, it was not really a question. So up next, we would like to welcome Team Zambia.
We stand before you today, but not just as youth entrepreneurs, but as believers in the power of transformation through learning. We're here to talk about skill grid, but before we do, we have a story to share. December 2016, a young Zambian dreamer by the name of Nancy Kabala just completed her schooling. Nancy was chosen to represent Zambia at the Regional Company of the Year competition in Harare, Zimbabwe. Well, Zimbabwe 2016, like any other COY experience, proved to be a moment of transformation for Nancy. A few days after returning home, Nancy's parents decided to go back to Rwanda. A few days after returning home, harsh winds of tragedy swept through Nancy's family. Her uncle had died in Lubumbashi, DR Congo. So Nancy's parents decided to embark on a solemn journey to go and attend the funeral. Fast forward, the funeral is concluded. Nancy's parents decided to go back home. A mere 25 kilometers before reaching home, their car developed a fault. So Mr. Kabala decided to pull over on a roadside to sort out the matter. It was at this moment when calamity struck. A loaded car came out of behind and bang! Nancy's parents died in an instant.
Esteemed judges, ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow dreamers, sometimes life has a cruel way of handing us lemons. But as the saying goes, when life hands you lemons, make lemonade. And when you are down, the only way is up. Now, we can only rise up and be able to make the proverbial lemonade if we know how to, and if we are skilled. Ladies and gentlemen, we need skills. Africa needs skills. According to the World Bank, Sub-Saharan Africa boasts the most youthful and the most productive population in the world. Unfortunately, this demographic is the most unskilled and therefore the most underemployed. About 7 out of 10 youths are economically disengaged due to lack of hard skills to succeed in the labor market. That's why, as thermodynamics, we were thinking, what if we created a platform that will allow users to hire some of the skills they see as tasks? The result to our thoughts was Skill Grid.
Skill Grids will be a dynamic digital platform dedicated to empowering local artisans as well as in-service skilled men and women. The term skill is a broad one. It is our opinion at Dumbo Dynamics that we start with what we have. Africa is home to some of the best weaving, knitting, crafting, and yes, best local blues. Africa is home to best local blues, and yes,
our potential market segments are diverse, but we have prioritized 5. First and foremost, we'll be targeting the youths. Secondly, we'll be targeting local artisans and traditional craftspeople. Thirdly, we'll be targeting freelancers and gig workers. Fourthly, we'll be targeting learning enthusiasts. And last but not the least, we'll be targeting the creative and cultural industries.
Skill Grids differentiate itself from other existing platforms through the following: integration of both learning and freelancing, preservation and promotion of artisanal and traditional skills. While some platforms focus solely on learning or skill-lancing, Skill Grids will promote artisanals and users to help them earn money. Yes.
Esteemed judges, ladies and gentlemen, when life breaks us down, there may be several things that can be used to save the day, like skill and money. But, well, as Africans, we may also add prayer. But don't forget, prayer is also a skill. Nancy Kabala was only 16 years old when her parents died. She did not inherit any money, but her creative skills, coupled with the entrepreneurship skills she gained from Junior Achievers Company program, Nancy is now a survivor. As we speak, she owns her own company, and she is able to take care of her own siblings. And she has 5 youthful employees. Thank you, judges, for your time and for believing in the power of transformation. My name is Tsopa Emmanuel. I'm the CEO.
my name is Regina Mumbi, and I'm the Vice CEO.
And my name is Weston Mari. I'm the Chief Operating Officer.
And together we are
Dumbo Dynamics JA Company.
As we still have some seconds on the screen, I guess we're going to use this to our advantage. So our panel, please, if you have any questions for the team, please go ahead and ask.
Thank you, Team Zambia. Can you please explain your marketing and sales strategy, please?
All right, thank you very much for that question. Well, our marketing is, how we plan to market our app is that we'll be targeting youths that are, maybe let's say they have finished school, because when they finish school, they have nothing to do. So when we target the youths, they'll be able to gain skills from our platform through connecting with the mentor. Yes, and also we'll be targeting the freelancers and gig workers, those who can use our app to their advantage to earn money. We'll be targeting also the learning enthusiasts, those people who are more into the platforms, more into technology. Yes, we'll be targeting creative and cultural industries because we want to preserve our culture. Through those people, we'll be providing cultural skills. Thank you.
question. Can you talk a little bit more about the transfer of skills? I guess as I read your idea in the report, it sounded like the idea is to help the next generation learn skills, but would that not also be creating competition for the people that are sharing the skills? What would be the people that own the skills, what would be their incentive to participate in this?
Can you please come again?
For somebody that has a skill that is to be shared, if they train somebody to do the same thing that they're doing, does that not create a competitor? What would be the incentive for somebody to want to share a skill with somebody else?
Oh, thank you very much for that question. Well, if I have a skill, let's say for instance, and I want to teach someone out there who doesn't have that skill, my purpose, me as an artisan, is to make money, and then the other person who doesn't have the skill is to learn how to do the skill so that they can also earn a living. So we are connecting the two people so that one teaches the other, one makes money, and the other gets to learn a skill. Thank you.
Question over here. Thank you, Tim Zam. Okay. Well, thank you for your presentation. Could you speak a little bit more into your company's plans for social responsibility, and if you've had any activities to that end?
Thank you very much for that question as well. It's a beautiful one. Well, as a company, we have 2 corporate social responsibilities which we plan, because our company is an idea that we've come to showcase right now. So since we're providing, we are a platform which will connect the skilled and the unskilled. We're doing our market research. When we are researching if people would like to do the platform or not, we found out to say a lot of women were not interested in participating in the research because we used Monkey Survey and Google Forms. So for that matter, we decided to say we'll be teaching free of charge to women digital skills so that they may also be interested in technology. Our last corporate social responsibility is that we'll be empowering those skills which we know to say, these skills, they're fading away. Those local skills so that we may try to empower our culture and traditions. Thank you very much.
Sorry, I think I can be loud enough. So on your platform, Skill Grid, so what's your security or follow-up approach? Say I register a company and I want people to work for me, like the freelancers or gig makers. So how do you follow up to know if this person has worked or got paid or actually been, like, you know, they have the security that job is actually there and they've been paid? Do you have like a follow-up plan for these people?
Sure, of course we do. Well, if we have someone to say they want to register as a freelancer or a gig worker, they have to provide proper documents to say they are professioned in this manner, if at all it's a profession. Then again, we have to ensure to say when they are presenting their work to a learner.
Time. Let's give a round of applause to Zambia. I apologize, I'm going to have to play the bad guy today. We have to follow the rules and regulations. It will just be unfair to those who do not get those extra seconds. So again, a reminder, we need to work with the 5 minutes for the pitch, 5 minutes for the questions. So goes for the teams and our panel. Let's please keep an eye on our clock and make sure that we're making everything fit within. And I believe any questions that will need to be asked can be asked later on in the interviews as we follow up with this. So ladies and gentlemen, our next team is from Uganda. Let's put our hands together for Uganda. The floor is yours, gentlemen.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Before you are the big minds from Uganda. The big mines are located in St. Henry's College, Chitovu. We are called the big mines because basically our company deals with mental issues. We're presented with the theme of this year, breaking barriers, and the barrier we decided to break was mental health. Mental health is an issue that is facing the population at large, mainly the youth, but it's not addressed enough. And so, these 4 gentlemen sat down and set a mission to become the best service provider of cheap and reliable mental health services through counseling and guidance. We did this through creating a website and an application. The application is called Talk to Me.
With Talk to Me, we believe we shall reach a wider range of people, especially the youth, because we have known that it's evident that very many people can't get away from their phones. For instance, I can say, dear gentleman, sir, he's on his phone. We can easily find people on their phones, but if you can approach a problem in a way that everybody can relate to, this is a technical error. If we go through devices to speak to these people, you can solve more problems. And for the case of the technological divide, we decided that in addition to the application and website, for anybody who may not access the internet or a device near them, we reach out to them. We are working with professionals. For example, we have Drugs Apana. It's an NGO that deals with handling drugs among the youth. So with such organizations, we are reaching out to people who need our help and may not be able to access us digitally.
To make sure that our company is so much profitable, we invested a share capital of 94 US dollars. That's 357 Ugandan shillings. So we also made sales or incomes from some of our counseling sessions that are done physically. We made sales incomes of 44 US dollars. That's 164,700 Ugandan shillings. And I want to assure our investors that when you invest in our company, that you will have a 1.5 on the 1 US dollar you will invest in our business. Thank you very much.
For the marketing sector, we market our services at school, where we handle flyers, shirts, and mugs to our parents who come to visit us, so that wherever they move, our company can be noticed. We also advertise our services on social media platforms like Instagram, X, and other social media platforms. As you can see, Big Minds is a company that's curbing mental health, not just curbing mental health. We are here to kill mental health problems. So as Big Minds, we came up, we are planning to have future plans of marketing of launching an app. The app we're going to launch, we're going to invite news reporters, Instagram specialists, and other social media artists or any other person who will be influential to the public, that will make our company move faster and faster, making us have a nice high rate of market. And another way we're going to advertise our applications. We advertise our applications on YouTube, Instagram, and other social media platforms.
Hi, I'm Tunje Roderick, the CEO of the Big Minds.
My name is Kamba Shem. I'm the productions manager.
My name is Semanda Rodney, the finance manager.
I'm Ahumuza Job Marvin, the marketing manager.
And from the Big Minds, your life matters.
Thank you, Uganda. Now the panel may ask questions.
Thank you, Uganda. What are some key milestones that you've achieved so far?
As the productions manager, I believe that's to me. So we have gone to to a couple of schools in our local area, talking to people younger than us. These are things we have gone through. We have gone through the classes they've gone through. We have gone through the ages they've gone through. So we believe we have enough to say as their big brothers, and some of us, yes, as their big brothers, maybe uncles to some level. So we have talked to a number of schools about the topic. We have got more people to know about it. And if the problem is known, it can be solved.
Question here. So thank you. Mental health is a very big issue. When I hear intensive outpatient program, think of something that's run by doctors, right? Health professionals. So my question is, how are you making sure you're in line with the Ministry of Health requirements and getting help for people who might have more severe mental health issues?
The Big Minds, when we launch the application has 3 stages. 3 stages whereby there is a free service offered by an AI and artificial intelligence, and the other 2 are offered by counselors and therapists. When you use the application, you start with the free service, the AI, because it is found that humans are more interactive, non-facially. Like, for example, most of you, I bet there are some things you can say online that you can not tell a person face to face. And so we use that same mindset to create this AI in our application. The counselors and therapists come in, you pay some little money and access them. If you do not feel that the AI has helped you enough, you upgrade to a counselor, and if the counselor does not help you, move on to a professional therapist. Thank you.
Let me add on to that. We as teenagers, our era, I believe a teenager cannot, maybe most of teenagers cannot come out and tell someone a problem. It's very difficult for a teenager to come and tell an adult the problem or a specialist, but it will be very convenient for him or her to come and express herself or himself to someone he cannot see, but who will be helpful to him.
And probably to add to that, you said, how do we keep in line with the health ministry? We work with professionals. We have had so far, we have Dr. Niro, he's a therapist and a counselor. So we go that direction, we look out for the professionals.
We also incorporate Ocean Healthcare, Uganda.
Hello. Hi, great presentation.
Thank you.
My question's around the pricing model. So as you, especially not the AI part, but when you're working with the counselors and the therapists, how do you go about pricing the service that they would get to make sure that you're still profitable as a company and that the young person who's accessing the service can still afford the sessions?
So what we did, there's what they call subscription. So you subscribe that with 20,000 Ugandan shillings, which I know is affordable by each and every Ugandan. After subscribing, you can access the application for a whole month. Then you pay again the next month. So if 1,000 people use the application within 1 month, that's 20,000 times 1,000, that's 20 million Ugandan shillings.
And to the use of therapists, if you're going to meet a therapist, you incur a double, actually, it's like a triple cost. One, transport to and fro, and meeting the person themselves. So this app, you'll sit at your place of convenience, you pay an amount, and you'll be able to interact with them. Yes, you will incur some data charges, but they will not be as significant as the transport. Thank you.
Therefore, in that right, it's cheaper for the person using it. That's true because they don't have to travel that distance. And then what comes afterwards, since it may be slightly higher than what that would be charged to meet the counselor, but now since we eradicate the transportation costs, we have lower from the transportation costs and slightly higher from the therapist. So the therapist takes his percentage, then we take our profit.
Question? I have two in one. One is, thank you, Team Uganda. One is, what is the approach when you now go to the vulnerable people? Let me say these people deep in the village. How do you approach them? That's one. Second is, in Africa, we have this problem of smartphone penetration. How do you get there since they can't afford this smartphone and internet? Thank you.
Okay, and for that, we like, I remember I had said this, then I will pay for your case. We go out and look for the professionals, and then we can connect you to them. We notice the technological divide. So for example, we have, if you can visit our stall later, we shall show you, we have images of us moving to different schools that may not be able to access internet fully. So we get to those people, we talk to them, and for social corporate responsibility, in some cases we give free services. We may consider them our little brothers and then give them on that right.
And another to add on to that when we reach these schools in those villages or somewhere else, we after getting advice from the professionals, we approach these people according to how their age is and according to their understanding. That's how we approach them easily so that everyone can understand and get the message.
To add on what he has said, we also plan to organize camps at cheaper costs which everyone can afford, and we ensure that we invite those people from villages to come and attend camps, learn and promote our country to the best of it, and then also come to employ others for the best of our country.
Thank you, Team Uganda. You know, I was standing right there behind, and I saw the name Big Minds. And I was thinking, and then when they started talking about mental issues, I was like, you know, thinking about mental issues is not that easy. It's a very tough nut to crack. Me, when I think about mental issues, I start spinning around. So now we would like to welcome the one and only in beautiful uniforms, Team South Africa.
One, two. Sorry, everybody. Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, fellow learners, and a special welcome to our judges. Today, we will be introducing our national winning, world-changing, and barrier-breaking company, Unwind. In our company, it is our general manager, Latifa Ismail, our accountant, Given Davids, and myself, the marketing manager, Amy Philander. Given, do you remember how our journey began?
I do, but let's tell everyone else.
Well, it began when an educator from our school complained and shared her experience of how a cable broke and the inconveniences and expenses of replacing it. We have identified a common problem in our research, that charger cables frequently breaks at the connection point. It breaks at the most inconvenient times, and it's high cost expenses to replace it. Introducing the dynamic cable protector. Not only does our product reinforce the cables at its weak point, but it also saves our customers from wasting time, money, and effort.
We've done extensive market research on who uses wire and wireless chargers, and we've received great results. 100% of the people interviewed agreed that cable protectors are needed.
Unwind has recognized that we have competition, so why don't I tell you about our competitive advantages? Our cable protectors are 3D printed with PLA filament, which is 100% eco-friendly. We use local suppliers, which makes our product 100% South African. Not to mention, you can also get our product personalized. Moving on to our 5-phase project management steps that we use to run our successful business. Initiation, coming up with several fundraising ideas and picking the one we thought to be the most successful. Planning, selecting the project manager and a team that we thought would fit that task. Execution, actually having our fundraiser and meeting expectations and some points exceeding them. Monitoring. After our fundraiser, we had a meeting and we realized that project management is the way to go in running a fundraiser. Closure. We reconciliated our assets and the finances that we had, and we realized that we had more money than we expected.
We had a 5-week production running from the end of August to the 30th of September. Our target for each week was to sell 14 units. At the end of the production, we managed to sell more than we predicted. And as we stand and as we talk, we have 110 products to still be delivered. On to finance. The fixed cost of the business is made up of wages, rent on premises and equipment, stationery, and marketing, which totals to 820. The variable cost, manufacturing, packaging and labeling, and 10% of commission, which totals to 33 Rand. To calculate our break even, we said fixed cost divided by contribution margin, which means to break even, we need to sell 22 units. The income statement of Unwind, as at the 30th of September, goes as follows. The income, 18,414, gross profit, 10,274, which leaves us with a net profit of 9,454.
Since we won Company of the Year, we were fortunate enough to have been donated a 3D printer. We are also negotiating with a funder to fund a compatible PC or laptop, which will create a great opportunity for us to print our own product and sell it at a much cheaper rate. We have been offered a great opportunity to work with Mass Mart and sell our products. Now, moving on to our future plans. Our 3-year plan is to mainly patent our product. to also create different designs for different appliances and to grow our network across Africa. Our 5-year plan is to insert a mechanism to deflect power spikes. It is also to grow our network globally, and it is to grow our product range.
Our long-term CSI plans are as follows. We pledge to donate 10 cable protectors to the less fortunate learners at our school. Commencing in 2024, we will train learners in basic computer skills, and we plan to upskill unemployed youth to make them employable.
On behalf of Unwind, we'd love to send a special thanks to all those who have put in their time and effort into this program.
At Unwind, we believe innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. Therefore, we will continue
breaking barriers in entrepreneurship. Thank you.
Another round of applause to South Africa. Perfect usage of your time, ladies. Well done. Questions for our team?
Great job, South Africa.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I know you mentioned the 3- and 5-year plan for your company. Wanted to dig a little bit deeper regarding distribution within the continent, and what partnerships are you considering?
We actually have talks with several other people. We have done many business networking. We've attended several meetings, and we actually have an opportunity also to work with Takealot and Amazon to get our products on their websites, so we can expand our business not only in South Africa but in Africa and worldwide.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a great presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
I noted on your financials, you've got a 10% commission. Can you talk a little bit about that? What is it for, and maybe expand a little bit more on your sales strategy?
10% commission, we use a 10% we take out of sales production to give to our school, because they've been such a help to us. They've given us several opportunities. And sorry, what was the last part of your question?
Just your overall sales strategy. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
So with sales, we've I'm so sorry. How we've
Yeah, how are you marketing it? I know you have a distribution plan, but talk a little bit more about how you market it and your strategy for selling it.
Several social media websites on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and also we have several people word of mouth. So it's going around like that.
Yes, we are also on YouTube. Yeah.
I mean, great presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's imagine that next week, the companies that create chargers decide to solve this problem. What would you guys do?
They may have solved the problem of actually breaking the charges, but they'd never solved the problem of spikes, electricity spikes. That's a problem we are solving. And that will be the difference between us and them.
Especially in South Africa, we have a huge problem with load shedding. It is because we have a power outage. So the power would go out from 2 to 4 hours, and when it would come back on, it would damage most appliances in the house, as in refrigerators, TVs, all those appliances. So with our cable protector, they don't have to worry about their TV cables, they don't have to worry about their fridge cables, because that is in our 5-year plan.
Do we have any other questions for our team?
Oh, they have the same question.
Thank you so much for the great presentation.
Thank you.
I think when I was watching your review, I actually considered buying one of the cable protectors. But then, please, can you please tell me what's the durability of the cable protector, considering that it's made of pure plastic, considering the environmental protection and conservation? So what's the durability? How long can I keep it for in order to not throw it away and damage the environment?
It's reusable, like totally. And we are also thinking of maybe using a different material like silicone, so we can just slide over other cables so it can fit all, like one fits all. But the hard plastic, it's totally durable. It can last up to 5 years
Longer,
or more.
actually.
Yes.
It can last you a lifetime if your dog doesn't get to it first.
You need to have muscles from, I don't know,
Old
from
muscles.
the long future because it's very durable, I promise.
If you think it isn't durable enough, we could bring our product to the judges, and then you could see it yourself. Everybody, you are welcome to test it yourself and see how durable it is for yourself.
Leader. That's it? Yeah. Thank you, Team South Africa.
Thank you.
Please give a round of applause to Team South Africa. Perfect time management, perfect presentation. Well done, ladies. I know I can speak for everybody in the room. Chargers are a headache. You know, they're always a headache. If you can tell me that I'll buy something that will protect that charger and also protect it from frying, you know, I don't think there's a country in Africa that can say that they never have power cuts. And when this electricity comes back, it just hits you. Sometimes it fries things. So that's a great initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on to our next team. Put your hands together and give a loud round of applause to Mauritius. Reminder that presentation has 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes for Q&A, and only the French-speaking team will get extra 5 minutes for translation. Thank you.
Did you catch what he expressed? Imagine each and every one of you here failing to understand what the person next to you is conveying. Now picture the same for deaf-mute people who are marginalized because of their differences.
Through this presentation, we will not only demonstrate how sign language hoodie is an enabler of inclusion of deaf-mute people in our society, but also how our company empowers community, reduce inequality and poverty, and break barriers. So, the principal barrier that we are breaking is communication barrier, as we are easing connection with deaf-mute people. Subsequently, on a social aspect, our hoodies help to reduce misrepresentation and stigma around them by creating a supportive community. And lastly, language, as we're introducing Mauritian Sign Language to our public.
To come up with a brand like this, we had to brainstorm and came up with the concept of patchwork hoodies featuring Mauritian Sign Language. For field market research, we identified our target market, people aged 13 to 30. We also found out that Mauritians lack basic knowledge of Mauritian Sign Language. For secondary market research, we identified our target market, and we did a trend analysis on Vogue to find out that patchwork and hoodies are increasingly in vogue.
We provide hoodies with graphics in Mauritian Sign Language that flawlessly combine patchwork.
Patchwork is the art of bringing back to life waste fabrics, promoting upcycling and sustainable development goal 12, responsible production and consumption. But clearly, this is not our last step in innovating fashion.
Integrated with our hoodie is a QR code that, when scanned, grant access to educational videos of MSL made by our team. It is printed on a business card made from recycled paper and waste fabrics.
Coming to our corporate social responsibility activities, so one thing we did is a mural painting at school to leave our footprint and hence raise awareness, which is directly linked with SDG 10, reduce inequality. The second one, which we are really proud of, was our visit at the School of the Deaf, where they receive stationaries from Exprimer. And we're actually planning to give back 5% of our earnings to the School of the Deaf. It was such an eye-opening experience, about the barriers faced by the deaf-mute people of our society. Clearly, it is not only our hoodies which matters, but the values such as respect, fairness, sense of belonging, and opportunities for engagement towards those who express themselves differently.
Now, the most interesting part, the financial performance of Exprimer. So, our break-even output was 9 units. And although we anticipated to sell higher than that, we ended up selling out at 42 units, each priced at $15. For your reference, in the Mauritian market, a hoodie is priced around $25. Followed by that, we made a profit margin of 51.6% and a profit of $334.
However, the road was not an easy one. Production delays, time management, conflicts with colleagues, and issues cropped in numerous decision makings. But with proper planning, constant reminders to suppliers, and compromises, we were able to achieve our goal and operate successfully. As a result, we learned to have a backup plan, always have a written proof from our collaborators, and the power of teamwork.
Obviously, all of this would not have been possible without proper project management based on PMLEF model. Starting with initiating, we conducted market research and brainstorming session. Next, planning. A project plan and schedule were developed.
Execution. Our marketing team prepared promotional campaigns and materials. Monitoring and controlling, our collaborators, CDL textile factories, expertise in quality control.
To sum up, closing, following the successful launch, we analyzed customers' feedback and market reception, specifically paving our way to our future.
For winter 2025, Exprime will launch a revamped collection of the MSL patchwork hoodie, but this time on jackets and hoodies, with a software called RT-Vive. A design will come to life on your screen. For summer 2025, Exprime will launch a bright collection on tank tops and caps, furthering our commitment to empower.
Clearly, our social enterprise is one with a big heart. In the spirit of Ubuntu, let's embrace difference and appreciate diversity. I am Pushendra Venkateswamy, the CEO.
I am Shahir Masson for marketing.
I'm Vishnu Sanas, the finance manager.
I am Shedra Ruth from the marketing department.
And
we are Exprime Co-Limited.
To our mentor.
To our team in Mauritius.
To our local GA office.
To our families.
To you,
dear
audience. Thank you.
Great job, Team Mauritius. Awesome job. How do you plan on protecting your intellectual property?
So the first step, as soon as we get back to Mauritius, registering our company and trademark. That's the first step.
Wonderful. Thank you.
I'm going to try and ask a question here. I'm trying to come up with the right way to ask it. I like the connection with sign language and Braille coming up. It's a really nice touch. But would you say that the business is that you did so well because of the connection to sign language, or was it the hoodies themselves? Where is your strength, and how do you seek to continue developing that strength?
We resonate with people. That's our strength. Yes, our generation wears hoodie 24/7, and we decided to do hoodies, but the sign language actually encouraged people to buy the product because they wanted to learn sign language at first.
And to add to that, some students in our school were intrigued by our hoodies. They told us that they wanted to learn sign language, so that is our strength also.
Hi, great presentation. I think a bit similar to the question that you were just asked. I'm curious about what inspired you to think about breaking this barrier and being inclusive of the deaf-mute. I think it's a brilliant idea, having the sweaters and also being so intentional about inclusion, but where did that come from as an inspiration?
Well, when we visited the deaf school, they informed us that the deaf students, they were mocked on the streets and laughed at. So when we brainstormed and did some research, we concluded that to raise awareness about the deaf-mute community, because we wanted to break the barrier. Yeah, thank you.
To add to this, it is a taboo in Mauritius for deaf-mute people. Still, they are mocked in the metros. They are not included in our society also. So that is why we choose this to break the barriers.
Thank you. Thank you for the presentation. So, in terms of your team, do you feel it's a disadvantage not having someone that is probably deaf in your team as a way to really showcase that you really understand the problem, right? What do you think about that?
That is why we collaborated closely with the School for Deaf. They gave us advices of their opinions, their feedbacks, and they even gave us courses how to properly sign.
Okay. The other question is about, so you're collaborating with people and things like that. What is your biggest goal? So you said this is a taboo and people really don't give attention to people like this. What is your biggest goal? At what point do you believe you really broke the barrier? What would have happened at that time?
So our biggest goal is that in every Mauritian household, someone knows Mauritian Sign Language, that they can communicate with those people and that they feel included in our Mauritian society.
Thank you for your presentation. My question is about distribution of the hoodies and the relevance in the rest of Africa. What is your plan for that?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Yeah, so obviously your hoodies has Mauritian Sign Language on. How do you plan on adapting that to be relevant in the rest of Africa?
There are several signs that are somehow common in various sign languages, such as the sign for love, I love you. So we are planning to do basically these signs printed. But for the learning videos with our QR, we'll adapt it to several sign language, but obviously with one specific type of local sign language as ours, American Sign Language first.
One question? Again, 2 in 1. What are you doing to make sure this is also applied in this company about the service delivery? For example, when deaf people attend a service center going to look for a service, do they have people with sign language skills? That's one. Second, do you have a plan of involving the government to come up with a policy about this?
I'm sorry for interrupting, but the time is out. But you may ask the question again later on. Thank you, Team Mauritius, and I admire your project. The only sign language I know is this, which means, I guess, love. So now, we would like to welcome the one and only Team Rwanda.
Good morning. My name is Glenn, and I'm the CEO of Wizards of Tech. I present you the HR manager, which is Shepard, the production manager, Mardiak, and marketing manager, Abuk.
Our company, Wizards of Tech, aims to promote a greener future, and we do that by making sure that we have useful and affordable way to do that.
The creation of our company will be stated within a short story from our production manager.
I recall when I visited my uncle's farm back in the summer. He showed me that the wheat farm had dried up due to overwatering. And usually wheat, it needs 45% of water in the soil, but this one had 80%, which is past the maximum. We then thought of a way we can mitigate this.
And that is when we came up with the creation of our product, HydroSense. So HydroSense is an automatic plant watering system that utilizes its soil moisture sensors to monitor the soil moisture levels in a plant, and through this it will either water more or less so that your plant always has the right amount of water.
Our product has a components such as Arduino, water supply, power supplies, the LCD displays, and soil moisturizing sensors. And we upgraded our product from being plugged into more portable battery forms.
The story provided by our production manager shows that the reliance on traditional irrigation systems by a lot of African nations could be the downfall of agriculture, the agricultural community in Africa, and this is why we need HydroSense.
Okay. Based on the World Bank, 70% of the annual water used goes in Africa. It's used in the agriculture, and the 30% is used from the 70%.
So according to the statistics, 40% of water is wasted, and indicating that we're not abiding to the 13 and 14 Sustainable Development and Goals. Hence, our product, HydroSense, is able to solve that, and that's how it's very revolutionary.
Seeing from the perspective of Africa, specifically Rwanda, our products are really accessible due to the fact that they're more affordable to different classes. Moreover, since farmers have a limited technical knowledge, we ensure to provide clear and easy instructions to make the products in English and various languages. Wait, what is business if we cannot make profits?
Okay, we started with 5,000 USD, 5,000 USD dollars, and then in the first 2 months when we started, we made some losses. And then from there, since it's the first sales revenue, and then after that, in the 3rd month, we made profits due to the rate of the production.
So our cash inflow is our most reliable proof of our finances, and this is because they roll in from the months before. So our inherited profits from the stockholders, and yes, from the stockholders as well, are moved on into the next months.
So, we aim to produce our product at an accessible cost to our stakeholders. HydroSense per one product is $45, but as we expand our company into a bigger scale, the production volume will increase as the cost value decreases, which means that that's because of the economies of scale, and it will help make our product more cost effective to our customers.
As a wizard of tech, we're not trying to fill our pockets with money. Are we, guys? We're not. So, we recently have visited the tea plantation provenance in the Gatuna and talked with the agricultural expert, which is known as Mr. Fred. He told us that our product was really affordable and it's good for our farmers, and he really welcomed us to implement our products into his farm and all over beyond.
We will be selling 2 of our products, so if anybody's interested, you could pass by our booth, and that will be the end of our presentation.
Thank you.
Awesome job, Team Rwanda. Awesome job. How does your product compare to your competitors, and what is your competitive advantage?
Okay. So our product is basically an automatic water planting system. So when we say that, how are we watering our plants? Do we water them often? Is it day and night? But do we know what amount of water our plants need? No. So our product is based on this. We automatically water the plants based on the moisture content they has. So you don't always have to wake up and be like, oh, I have to water my plants in the morning, and then after in the evening, you don't have to, because they might not need it at that time as well. So this is more efficient and more effective, and they came with the size that is more suitable. They're more smaller. You can move them from place to place really easily, and it's easily affordable. You can find the materials easily, with a cheaper cost.
So how does it compare to your competitors? So based on what's on the market, how do does your product compare?
Okay, our product compares in the sense that it can work on a large scale, as on farms, but it can also work in your garden, in your house. So our product is better in the sense that it is very versatile. And that is what we're trying to market on. We're trying to market on the fact that even farmers that have huge areas of land need our product HydroSense. But even you who has only 2 plants in your garden or in your living room, you need HydroSense. So this is what creates the difference between our product and every other product in the market.
For the question and the presentation. I have one question for you. In your report, you highlighted some of the challenges that you face with regards to battery transition. I just want to know, how have you looked at it in terms of building your organization going forward in the future with the battery issues that you had? With the battery transition, you highlighted as a challenge as you were building your product. What have you done to deal with those technical issues, and how do you ensure that your customers are satisfied when they buy your product?
Okay, so as our CEO mentioned, we recently traveled to Gatuna province, which is almost at the border between Uganda and Rwanda, and we got to interact with farmers or an agricultural expert, and he told us that since we're in a farm, it is very hard to get the plugs we have here. So he said that he advised us to use batteries as it is durable, it's sustainable, and it's much less messier. So this proves that we do listen to our audience's needs, basically.
Thank you very much. So what is the price point of 1 unit of your products, and how does that compare to any other ways that people can regulate water?
Okay, it's $45 per unit, and it's much more cheaper than other products because we use batteries that are relatively small, but they're good enough. Like the quality is good, but they're small and it's portable. So we got this costs from our suppliers, and we got them at a cheaper price. So it helps, since our farmers need.
Okay. As we were saying, farmers tend to use drip irrigation systems, and it's basically a schedule that is followed. And this schedule is it uses a lot of money, and that is what we're trying to mitigate. So if our system only waters your plant when it needs it, other than watering it every single day at a specific time, the farmer is saving money, and so are we. And our product, she said, is $45. And I think compared to our irrigation system that covers a whole acre, I feel like it's very.
You offer to people that buy your products?
What, sorry?
What technical support do you offer in case this spoils? How do they fix it?
So since we're going to be selling in different provinces, as well as Kigali, we're going to be having stores in these different provinces with people who can speak Kinyarwanda, who can speak English, who can interact with these people. And we'll be also offering free training to any farmers who need help with this. So if you buy our product and you need help assembling it, you can come to our store and we can help you.
Plus, thank you. Time's up. Murakoze Rwanda. Thank you, Rwanda. Merci, Rwanda. That was a beautiful presentation, and I've been admiring those hats. I think I'm gonna steal one after this. So, now, there's a team here that has been waiting for a while. Now, would like to give them the stage. Let's all welcome Team Eswatini.
Did you know that crimes such as break-ins, vandalism, and other unauthorized activity is a major problem for businesses and homes. According to the Royal Eswatini Police report, burglary and theft cases have reached up to 11,500 per year, vandalism at 3,000, and capable homicides by intruders at 500. This is a serious issue that can have an adverse impact on people's lives as well as the economy. However, as break barriers, we have a solution, that is the robotic bird. This innovative device has the potential to revolutionize the way we think about security and could make significant difference in reducing crime. Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and my name is Lucito Kluber, the CEO of Robot Technologies. With me on stage is my A-Star team, production, sales and marketing, and the financial manager. Our company focuses on manufacturing robotic birds, which is an intrusion detection system for home security that's designed to look and act like a goose. And if an intruder is detected by a robotic bird, a number of things will happen. Firstly, being the bird making noise to alert the homeowner and also sending a notification to the homeowner's smartphone. Lastly, the bird will start recording video and audio footage of the intruder. This product can also be used to scare off birds that may cause damage to crops and property. And if birds are detected, the robotic bird will make a loud noise to scare off the rude birds in the field, which is a better alternative to traditional methods like scarecrows. The production manager will tell you more about this innovation.
The robotic bird is made with a combination of strong materials and advanced technology. The body of the bird is made of jacaranda wood, making it durable and decorative. It has advanced motion sensors, cameras, and sirens. It is powered by lithium-ion battery, providing up to 72 hours of active time. It also has advanced software that we produced that enables it to make decisions on its own. The production line has 4 stages. Stage 1, the raw materials are acquired and checked for quality. Stage 2, the jacaranda wood is carved into the body of the bird. Stage 3, the motion sensors, cameras, and sirens are installed inside the bird. Finally, the bird is programmed with artificial intelligence software. We've applied the total quality management system to make sure that our product does what we intended to do to give our consumers the best satisfaction. Moreover, we've engaged Limpopo University with validation of our product and improvement of its efficiency. Furthermore, project management phases were observed, which are initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and closure, which is to the success of our project. Our product's lifespan is more than 5 years, and mandatory service done every 20 months.
Imagine a world where you can have a cost-effective, 24/7 monitoring system that is more accurate than human monitoring and responds swiftly without bias. With the robotic bird, this is now possible. We conducted our market research through reaching out to 600 homes and 50 businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, the response was overwhelming. We had 400 homes and 30 businesses that registered in interest of our product. We segmented our markets to households, security companies, businesses, and farmers. Our most effective marketing strategy is social media, in particular influencer marketing, where we have 2 influencers that market our product through Instagram. This led to 80 people outside the country inquiring about our product and placed 20 orders.
The startup capital was raised through the selling of authorized 150 shares at $2.09 per share, which made a total startup capital of $313.50. We sell each product at $339.30, and our production cost per unit is $212.15. We have 2 income streams, first being the product itself, as well as the service charges. Currently, we've been able to sell 15 units, and we break even after selling 2 units, which shows that for every bread produced, we were able to make a profit of $128.90, and our total profit was $1,933.50, which our shareholders decided to reinvest in the business. Our return on capital employed was 617%, which shows that the business made $6.17 for every dollar invested.
Our company is proud to announce a new indigenous tree planting campaign in our community. On the 28th of September 2023, 20 trees were planted. This has helped to combat climate change.
We have faced the challenge of not finishing our product on time, but thanks to our motivated CEO, through his negotiation skills, we were granted more time.
Our products are designed to perform tasks to a high standard, reducing the numbers of defects and errors. We have learned that there's a huge business opportunity in doing business online, hence we created partnership with FedEx to deliver our product locally and internationally. The future of robot technologies is very bright, as we have signed a memorandum of understanding with the Ministry of Defense and National Security assist us in ensuring that this groundbreaking innovation assists the government in promoting safety and security in the Kingdom of Eswatini. With everything being said, ladies and gentlemen,
we thank you.
Another round of applause to Eswatini, ladies and gentlemen. As we have seconds left on the presentation time, panel, go ahead and start asking your questions.
Thank you, Team Eswatini. How do you plan on overcoming any challenges as it relates to the biggest challenge the company has faced? How have you planned to overcome them as you continue in the future? Any challenges that came up, and how do you plan to overcome them?
Thank you, ma'am, for your question. As throughout the program, we faced the challenge of having insufficient time. So most of every scholar, all of our members are staying in a hostel at our school, back at home. We have 81 shareholders. So we find that in each and every time we have little time or less on preparing. So we negotiated, and through that, I learned the skill of negotiation, and I negotiated with the principal, and we were able to finish our product on time, luckily.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Great. I love your product. I really do love it.
Thank
now,
you.
2 questions. Is it weather resistant? If it rains, what happens? 2, how long does it take to produce 1 unit?
Thank you for your question, ma'am. But may I pass it over to my production manager? Stage is yours, my friend.
Thank you, ma'am, for your question. For your second question, to produce just 1 bed, depending on what the customer wants and the need, it will take about 3 days for everything that the customer needs. Now, weather-related, the technology that was put inside the bed is waterproof, which is the cameras, the motion sensors, and sirens, which are inside the bed. And with our jacaranda wood, which was made for the body, we vanished it, and we made it water resistant by dipping it in a zinc solution for the entire day to make sure it is resistant to any water or strong wind.
I have a quick question. From your report, I see that you are such a big group. I do want to ask in terms of teamwork and leadership, how did you get everybody to participate, and also making sure that everybody comes to the party, and as leaders, how are you seeing, because we talk about leadership within this continent, so how are we going to build around it? What is the one thing that has stood out for you as a group?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
I'm talking about leadership. So you have your CEO and CFO. So I want to talk about how did you as a team work together? Because in your report, you actually have 81 people. So how did you manage that, which is a big group?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for your question, ma'am. So as we have 81 shareholders, some are under vocational schooling, so that they're the one responsible for the production of the bird, the carving and the designing. Some are IT students that are responsible for the programming of the artificial intelligence, and some are responsible for the marketing, while others are responsible for the marketing. So we segmented into different groups. So that's how we are the leaders, the management of each and every group.
Thank you.
You're all welcome.
Chan. Yeah, I do want to ask a question with regards to who else is providing a similar solution to yourselves? Like, who's your competition and what makes you different?
So our competition, it's other security companies, such as CCTV footages, such as the police themselves. So we are different because ours is invisible towards the intruder. So what makes our product invisible, different from others? It's because it's the design. Like an intruder wouldn't expect a camera inside a bird. So that's what makes us different from the other security companies.
To add on that, on what my CEO has just said, it's also different because it has an app. The app that is then recorded and then sends you the notification on your phone, which is really which is not similar to a CCTV footage. Thank you.
Explain the importance of it being a bird, because it seems like that adds a lot of complexity in crafting the bird. Does it have to be a bird? Could it be something else?
We also do customization, but back home, people use use birds as the cardinal. So we went for that specific design because everyone loves ducks, first of all.
Thank you, Eswatini. I apologize. So what you're saying is you can customize it according to the taste of the client. You can even have a of Africa is definitely brilliant. Can we give a round of applause to these youngins? I mean, the things that are being said here are mind-blowing. They're touching each and every subject. I wouldn't mind having a cute bird at my house, look at it every time I come home, and it's keeping my security. And I'm updated every time somebody's trying to access my home. That's awesome, right? So ladies and gentlemen, we are going to introduce our last team for the day. We are going to welcome Cote d'Ivoire. As we wait for them, I believe you have received devices to help you with translation. The channel is 1 for English. For the team, your channel, they've told you which one it is, so we can save on time. We have a gentleman in the back who's going to be doing live translation, so we're going to carry on as we work. So please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Mesdames et messieurs, applaudissez en accueillant la Côte d'Ivoire. Bienvenue, mesdames.
Avez-vous conscience du nombre de jeunes qui sont morts parce que nous avons fermé les yeux sur leurs souffrances? L'Afrique a développé le tabou autour de la santé mentale. Et nous voici aujourd'hui avec des taux records de suicide et de tentatives de suicide restés muets. C'est ce constat alarmant mais négligé qui nous a poussés, en accord avec l'ODD numéro 3 de l'ONU, qui est de promouvoir le bien-être de tous à tout âge, à créer la mini-entreprise Nzrama et à mettre sur pied son projet Simi. Honorable membre du jury, chaleureux public, bonjour. Je suis Kwaku Sandra, directrice générale de cette mini-entreprise qui compte en son sein 5 départements avec 15 employés, aussi actionnaires internes et 19 actionnaires externes. Société à responsabilité limitée, Nzrama a un capital propre de 300 000 francs, soit $489. Elle définit ses forces en sa capacité d'idées innovantes et ses connaissances informatiques. Néanmoins, notre inexpérience au début du projet a représenté un obstacle. Tout de même, nous avons des opportunités avec une absence de concurrence sur le marché ivoirien et le marché du bien-être mental qui s'intensifie. Comme menace, nous avons l'aspect assez tabou de la santé mentale en Afrique. Notre projet, Simi, est une application de bien-être mental et de développement personnel qui a pour but d'améliorer la santé de ses utilisateurs, de lutter contre les cas de dépression et surtout de briser le tabou autour de la santé mentale. Sur ce, je passe la parole à la directrice de projet APSICA. Pour assurer le succès de notre projet, nous avons veillé à observer les 5 phases de management d'un projet. À la phase initiale, nous avons effectué une étude de faisabilité pour fixer nos objectifs et garantir la viabilité de notre projet. Nous avons aussi défini nos parties prenantes en s'assurant de leur engagement. La phase de planification était l'étape de définition des responsabilités et des dates délais. À la phase d'exécution, nous avons concrétisé une multitude d'activités. La mise en place d'une stratégie marketing, la création d'un site internet et de pages sur les réseaux sociaux, la vente d'actions et le prototypage de notre application. Le contrôle de ces activités a été fait à travers diverses réunions qui nous ont permis de connaître nos fautes et nos succès afin de ne plus recommencer les mêmes erreurs. Nous n'avons pas encore clôturé notre projet car nous sommes en phase de développement de l'application. Après quoi, nous pourrons finaliser le paiement de nos prestataires et mettre en ligne Simi. Constitué de 5 rubriques, Mood Tracker pour traquer son humeur et recevoir des conseils, DIY pour réaliser les recettes de cuisine et de soins corporels, Organization pour concevoir des to-do lists très efficaces pour s'organiser, Addiction pour cesser une activité malsaine et Look Better pour améliorer ou changer son style vestimentaire. Simi est une application novatrice car elle aborde un thème d'actualité très négligé et ses rubriques couvrent différents aspects de la santé mentale. De plus, le téléchargement est gratuit et les moyens de paiement sont simplifiés. Je passe maintenant la parole à la directrice marketing, Bracano. Réaliser
ce projet, nos partenaires clés sont d'abord le lycée Sainte-Marie. Ensuite, nous collaborons avec un développeur, un graphiste, une styliste, des psychologues, ainsi que les structures de transfert d'argent. Junior Achievement et des personnalités publiques ont également fait notre publicité. Nous ciblons d'abord un public de 12 à 25 ans. Simi sera disponible sur Play Store, puis sur App Store. Et pour maintenir le contact avec la clientèle, un questionnaire a été réalisé dans notre lycée. Nous mettons également en relation le client et des professionnels de la santé mentale dans les cas les plus sévères. Après la mise en service de Simi, nos utilisateurs pourront nous contacter à travers notre page Play Store. Nous sommes également disponibles sur Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, par email et via notre site internet. Concernant la politique RSE, pour le volet économique, nous avons assuré un coût accessible pour nos 2 rubriques payantes et la gratuité de 3 de nos autres rubriques. Pour le volet social, nous nous engageons à réaliser des activités caritatives et pour le volet environnemental, à fluidifier l'utilisation de Simi pour qu'elle consomme le moins d'énergie possible. Je passe la parole à Kwaku Jamila, la directrice financière.
Notre produit étant une application premium, par conséquent, 2 des 5 rubriques Look Better Addiction sont payantes. Et il contient des publicités qui constituent en somme nos sources de revenus. Des sommes d'argent ont été investies dans le paiement des salaires des 15 employés, la création et l'entretien de notre application, pour un total annuel d'environ $6 392. Le prix de l'abonnement de nos rubriques s'élève à 2 500 francs chacune, soit environ $4, auxquels on pourra souscrire par l'intermédiaire d'opérateurs mobiles. Les proportions d'abonnés actifs concernant les abonnements à Look Better Addiction sont respectivement 30% et 40% de la clientèle, pour une recette totale d'environ $7 225. Au niveau des publicités, la recette envisagée est d'environ $3 185, issue des téléchargements de 60% des utilisateurs. Ainsi, le montant total des revenus suite aux projections s'élève à environ $10 411 et le bénéfice obtenu est de $3 201 avec un seuil de rentabilité qui se situe au niveau du 7e mois.
Simi, pour que le bien-être mental ne soit plus tabou en Afrique. Nous vous remercions.
Merci, Cote d'Ivoire. Great job. My question is around your break-even. How did you calculate your break-even when you raised only 300 CFA? And what is the cost for the subscription, Look Better, and ad space? And then how did you come up with your break-even? By how many units you would have sold within a subscription, Look Better, or ad space to get to that break-even? Let me repeat the question. Can you can't hear it? Oh.
Ça marche pas.
Que vous entendez? Vous entendez ce qu'il vous dit?
Oui, on entend.
Vous avez entendu la question?
Non.
D'accord. Quand vous avez entendu la question?
On peut répéter.
Quand vous la répète.
Okay, but very well. The question was around break-even and how you calculated the break-even when you'd raised 300 CFA. That was not called out in your company reports. Just wanted to understand a little bit more about your cost for subscription, cost for Look Better, and cost for ad space.
Il s'agit en fait de prospection pour l'avenir. Nous avons réalisé une prospection sur 1 an et à partir de cette prospection, nous avons établi le seuil de rentabilité en calculant les bénéfices depuis le 1er mois et nous nous sommes rendus compte qu'à partir du 7e mois, notre série de bénéfices qui nous permet de rembourser tout l'investissement que nous aurons réalisé pour le prototypage, les paiements des salaires de tous les mois précédents, était au niveau du 7e mois.
Got it. So I would consider reevaluating your price point because based on just looking at the numbers were just not accurately reflecting. So just consider revising your price point. Thank you.
Thank you. I like your platform mostly because it has these different features, but
we already know that we already have online platforms or applications for these different mood trackers, DIY, and all that. So what's your competitive advantage compared to these other existing platforms?
En fait, les applications de bien-être mental, il y en a vraiment beaucoup sur le marché. Mais ce sont des applications, la plupart du temps, européennes ou américaines. Nous, ce que nous voulons apporter, c'est de faire une application vraiment 100% made in Africa. Par exemple, dans la rubrique DIY, il y a 2 sections. Il y a la section cuisine. Nous allons essayer de mettre... Non, nous allons mettre des plats vraiment africains. Et dans la rubrique DIY, il y a aussi une partie pour les soins corporels. Nous allons présenter des recettes qui subliment les produits locaux de l'Afrique. On va essayer de prendre les produits comme le beurre de karité, la clou de girofle, qui sont vraiment très présents en Afrique, pour valoriser la culture africaine.
Aussi, j'aimerais ajouter qu'on constate énormément, c'est vrai, il y a beaucoup d'applications, mais en Afrique, ce n'est pas vraiment répandu comme on le voit en Europe. La santé mentale reste tabou, comme on l'a mentionné. Et ce tabou qui règne sur la santé mentale fait que l'Afrique a tendance à repousser ce genre d'application. Voilà pourquoi nous avons essayé de l'accorder avec notre tradition, de faire en sorte que ce projet soit réellement relié avec notre tradition, d'où le nom de notre entreprise, du projet en lui-même, pour montrer à la population africaine que la santé mentale l'atteint aussi. La santé mentale est aussi en Afrique. Il faut que l'Afrique brise les barrières autour de ce problème.
Yes. We are going to add 2 minutes for the Côte d'Ivoire team because obviously you saw that we lost time on their end. So any judge who has another question for them can go ahead and ask.
Hello. Really, really nice presentations, nice brochures. What I think I saw on one of the slides where you had the SWOT analysis, I think it was on the weaknesses. There was a mention around the branding being feminine, and that was listed as a weakness. I wanted to understand a bit more about that, because it's true that looking at your collateral or your branding, I would think that you're targeting more of a young women as your audience, but it doesn't necessarily come through when I read the company report. So just wanted to know what is your target audience, and why do you see the feminine branding as a weakness?
Notre public cible, ce sont les adolescents et les jeunes adultes. Maintenant, quant à notre identité féminine, notre équipe est constituée uniquement de jeunes filles. Donc, à travers nos publications, on le ressent que c'est des femmes qui ont réalisé cette application. Maintenant, pour remédier à cela, nous allons faire un questionnaire adressé à la gente masculine pour voir quelles sont leurs attentes vis-à-vis de notre application, quelles améliorations ils voudraient et comment notre application pourrait s'adresser à eux.
Et aussi, grâce à diverses mises à jour, nous aurons aussi l'occasion de pouvoir essayer de customiser notre application pour les hommes, les jeunes garçons.
Thank you. That was a very good presentation and a product that has the potential to impact the community positively. Through looking through your report, I did not see any activities you carried out for the community. Could you let us know, in case you did, how have you engaged the community?
Déjà, nous avons eu à réaliser une sortie à l'INHP, Institut national de santé publique, au niveau de notre pays, pour avoir des informations sur comment les jeunes sont pris en charge dans notre communauté, comment le problème de la santé mentale est réellement touché au niveau de notre communauté. Nous avons aussi fait un peu de sensibilisation au niveau de notre établissement, au niveau de notre école, le lycée Sainte-Marie à Abidjan. Et nous prévoyons dans le futur pouvoir faire encore plus de sensibilisation, promouvoir. C'est vrai que nous l'avons fait à travers les réseaux sociaux, mais promouvoir encore plus et toucher, faire aussi des dons pour que les hommes, pour qu'ils puissent avoir conscience réellement.
Je m'excuse, mesdames. Il est temps.
Thank you.
Let's give them a round of applause, please. La Côte d'Ivoire, merci. Merci beaucoup pour votre présentation. C'était élégant, c'était magnifique, bien fait. We have two teams that all touch the mental health subject. That shows you exactly how much it's needed. As much as adults, we think we need to talk about our mental health and all. I believe the youth is being affected by their mental health as well. And it's impressive and it's amazing to see them talk about it, be able to be open about it, and discuss it and look for solutions on how we can address it. Our dear judges, from the back of the room, this has been overwhelming. Quite a morning we've had. I want to hear from you. What do you think? What are your thoughts on all the presentations that we've had here? How do you think the teams did? What do you think of their proposals and their presentations? Maybe I'll start with Ms. Blair.
Well, a tough decision to make. Very talented bunch of students, and just so grateful to see the tremendous talent in Africa.
Fellow judges, thoughts? A penny for your thoughts?
Yeah, it's really inspiring to see the amount of effort and work that went into preparing for this, and I would congratulate all the presenters today on their preparation and the professional way in which they presented today. It was very well done. Thank you.
Probably just to add on to that, I love the different themes that were covered. Things that are globally complex challenges, and applying our local, African situations to them. And the confidence that the students showed on stage answering questions was amazing.
Yeah, I think the students definitely brought in their A game. If this is who they are at their age, at my age, they will be hitting the roof. So I'm really proud of them. Yeah.
I'm going to have to agree with you, Ruth. Let's give them another round of applause. And honestly, all the guys that stepped up here, give yourselves a round of applause, because that was incredible. I can speak for every adult in the room. I don't think I was that confident. I mean, I get paid to talk, for crying out loud, but I don't think at that age I would have done what they've done. You guys have done amazing. You've touched sensitive subjects that we need to address in Africa, and it gives hope. It inspires to see that at a young age you're already touching these subjects, and we're trying to tackle them as adults. So if you start young, definitely Africa has a future. We want to acknowledge all protocol observed in the house again today. We want to thank you, viewers who are with us. Where had you gone? I think she went to congratulate her age mates. I mean, our age mates. Those who were here last night, I declared myself 17 until tomorrow evening. So I have up to 6 p.m. tomorrow to remain 17. So don't argue with me, you won't win. I get paid to talk, so.
So I would like to acknowledge the President and CEO of JA Worldwide, Ashish Advani, the Representative President and CEO of JA Africa, Simi Nogugu, the members of the Diplomatic Corps and all invited guests, the members of the JA Africa Board, members of Member Nation Board chairs and members, the executive directors, program managers, teachers, chaperones, staff, friends of JA, and all students present. Thank you for coming, and thank you for attending this competition.
I would also like to thank our sponsors. All this wouldn't be possible without your collaboration and your contribution to the cause. I want to thank, starting with our headline sponsors, FedEx, City Foundation, Project Management Institute, Educational Foundation, PIMIEF. I want to thank our platinum sponsors, Johnson & Johnson and Delta Airlines. I want to thank our gold sponsors, NASCON Allied Industries PLC and MTN Rwanda. I want to thank our hydration partner, Jibu, for keeping us hydrated, and also our media partners, Teledis Group.
So for the announcements, so now we have officially ended the stage pitches. So please give a big round of applause to all teams that participated.
I think we should make it other than that because these kids just left it all on the stage.
And also without forgetting all the judges sitting in front. Thank you. So now we're about to begin the trade fair. So this is how it's going to go. So first of all, we will ask all the students to go through this left door here. Some girl, a pretty girl right there, she will show you the direction. And followed by the students, the judges will follow. That's the same door. You'll go see the trade fair, and followed by the special guests, Ashish, Mr. Ashish, sorry, Miss Simi, Mr. Emery, Engineer Mohammed Osama, JA Rwanda Steering Committee, all diplomatic corps present. And for the others, please remain in this room and enjoy some refreshments at the back. You know, sweeten your tooth, get your energy back. Thank you.
Only students are allowed to go through that door, followed by our panel, also with the names that she just mentioned. For the rest of us, we will have a chance to visit after lunch. So let's enjoy some coffee in the back, have some refreshments, and get to discuss a bit of what the kids have given us to think of. That's a lot to think of. So there will be a good conversation going on. We also want to remind you that you can check out the videos that are on the JA Africa YouTube page. It's very important. I would love to have everybody's attention for that. Please go to YouTube on JA Africa and view the videos that are there from each team. The more the views the video gets, the bigger chance they have to win. So please go view the videos, the 1-minute videos that are on the YouTube channel. Every like and comment counts. So please do like and put a comment. That's going to increase the points that they're getting. So with no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we have some